Okay, post-anarchism. Firstly, the first thing we should say is that post-anarchism is not supposed to mean the end of anarchism, or the fact that we're living in a kind of a period after anarchism, for instance. In other words, it's not supposed to signify a being after anarchism or the exhaustion of anarchism. On the contrary, I see post-anarchism as an attempt to rethink and to revitalize certain aspects of anarchist political philosophy, mostly through post-structuralist theory, through the theoretical interventions of thinkers like Michel Foucault, Deleuze, Jacques Derrida, and so on. The main project, I suppose, of post-anarchism is to try to think about what anarchism means without the deep ontological foundations which I see as characterizing classical anarchism. What I mean by that is that if you read the works of Bakunin, Kropotkin, Proudhon, Godwin, and various other 19th and 18th century anarchist thinkers, what you find is a certain claims about human nature, about human essence, a certain ontology based upon notions of natural law, a certain sort of positivist conception of social relations. So, for instance, Bakunin and Kropotkin believe that one can take a sort of scientifically objective view of the world. One can observe certain natural tendencies at work in social relations, which will unfold towards an anarchist society. Kropotkin, for instance, believed that you could find the tendencies towards mutual aid and assistance within animal species, for instance. So he had a certain, he drew upon evolutionary biology to explain human behavior and to point to the sort of the elements of solidarity which he claimed were essential to us as human beings. I think to some extent we have to abandon some of these notions. Radical politics generally can no longer rely on this type of foundationalism within human nature or within the laws of society and so on. So I think anarchism as a theory today has to come to terms with the very sort of instability of identity, and the absence of some of these sort of deep ontological foundations, and also what Lyotard referred to as the crisis of meta-narratives. So we have to, in other words, think about what anarchism means today in the contemporary world, a world which can no longer be expressed or summed up in a kind of a universal meta-narrative, whether it's human nature or emancipation or revolution. So that's what I see the project of post-anarchism as being, the attempt to rethink, to revitalize, and to update certain aspects of anarchism, while at the same time reaffirming and holding on to what I see as really central to anarchism, which is the ethics of equal liberty, anti-authoritarianism, and solidarity.